Are you ready? Good morning. Okay, you're nearing again another examination. Okay, written and practical, as always. And so we are not using today the Vision, the very old slide projector. I just took some of it. It's not so good because I just took it from the digital camera, like what you are doing. I hope next year we can avail of another microscope with projection. So for a practical exam, you have Repro and Endo. Okay, for Endo, you have more on histo than gross. And for reproductive, you have more gross than histo. Okay, so it's sort of, you have an equal distribution for histo and gross. Okay, the slides are of no particular order. And at the scanner view, I hope you can readily recognize the organs. Okay? So you only have to think of endo and repro organs. Right? But since endo organs are in different locations, so you must also know where are they. So identify the organ. Pancreas. This is the pancreas. You have, because you have, what are these? Okay, those are islets of Langerhans. The islet of Langerhans, you have the acini. Okay, the only endocrine portion are the islets. Okay, the acini are the exocrine part of the pancreas. Okay, where are the islets concentrated on what part of the pancreas? Okay, in the tail. So, either we will ask you to identify the whole organ or identify the structure. Of course, we will not anymore be concerned with the surrounding parenchyma, only with the islet. Okay, another slide. Okay, on the pancreas, showing the islet. Here are the islets. We will not focus it on high power, maybe on low or scanner. So you can see the relationship with the other structures within the organ. Okay, so in any slide, for you to be able to identify a part of the slide, we will show you relationships of the different morphologic structures within the organ. Okay, so this again, the islet. So another question would be, we can ask you also to give the hormone that the pointed structure is secreting. Or give the cells comprising the bracketed structure. Okay, this is the high power. So just compare, imagine if you see it on a high power, what will be your point of comparison? If you just only see this, you will not be able to recognize it. And again, this is the islet, but do not mistake it for what was before commonly mistaken it for, which is another organ, which some of you actually wrote last exam. Okay, the kidney. Hindi siya, this is not a glomerulus. Okay, in glomerulus, you have just one pole connecting to or having exiting and entering the capsule. Okay, actually this one, you have a very negligible space between the surrounding acini and the islet itself. Okay, separated only by a thin capsule. So usually there's no space. While in the kidney, you have a very, a very wide space between the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. Okay, identify the organ, which I think you have, for this module, we haven't looked at it, but in the previous module, you already did. As part, because it is also part of the endocrine system. It's an organ with endocrine function. Okay, we may ask you to identify, or we ask you to give the hormones that this organ secrete. Okay, so maybe now would be clearer. What are these? Okay, we will not ask you to identify the structure, but this is a clue for you to know what organ this is. Cells corpuscle, belonging to thymus. So thymus secretes hormone like thymodulin, thymic humoral factor, thymulin. Yeah, thymus also in high power. Again, thymus, a different slide of the thymus with Hassel's corpuscle. Just a high power of the thymus. Okay, next organ. Identify the entire structure, the entire organ. So this is not just part of the organ, but this is actually the entire organ. Yan na yun. So it's small. What do you think it is? Again, parathyroid. This is the parathyroid. You have spaces in between. Those are just fatty tissue. Okay, insinuating between the lobules of the parathyroid parenchyma. Okay, so what are the two cells that you see in parathyroid? The what? Chief cells and occiput. Okay, which is more abundant, which predominates? The chief cells. So most of these are chief cells. You have monotonous cuboidal to round cells all around. But this is a group of cells with larger than the chief cell, and you have more cytoplasm, which is pink, and the nucleus is central and round. So these are the other cell, the occiput. Okay, these are occiput cells. This is actually from your slide box. That's why it's that color. Okay, so this is better. You can see that it's larger, more pink than the surrounding chief cells. Okay. So also you will be, so those are the possible in all of the endocrine organs. You need to know, to identify the organ, to know the cells, identify the cells and the hormones that they secrete. Iikot lang yun doon, yung questions for endocrine. In practical exam, identify the whole organ.